All right, do your thing. This is the L2C Media Network. And Steve, we better mute this. This is the L2C Media Network, and this is the L2C Sports Final for Thursday night, done right. Brought to you by the L2C Media Network. Now, with the day in sports, the only man that understood Ryan Reynolds' new game show, Don't, Steve the Baxman Baxley. Thank you, Harry. Good evening, everybody. What do you mean I'm the only one that understood that game show? Thank you, Harry von Stuttgart. Good evening, everybody. Steve the Baxman Baxley with you. This is the Thursday night edition of hello. Of a chair that is stuck. Excuse. Because I'm not comfortable in the position. And it's obvious the microphone wasn't comfortable in its position. There we go. Well, thank you, Sven. Okay. One of these days I'm going to get one of those microphone holders that, you can, bend it will and, stay put. We love you, little blue. Anyway, welcome one and all. Good evening. Welcome one and all to the Corsican Ball. That's right. It's you and I, Steve the Baxman Baxley. Sorry when we're not. That, of course, Sharon Baxley, the owner of the palatial studios here that we like to call with affection, the Tom O'Neill Studios here in Jackson. And of course, Uno, our mascot, is preparing to go night-night. We are here at the Fred McLeod Sports Desk, getting ready to bring you the sports and information we need. And the biggest question of all, is there going to be baseball? Who knows? We don't know yet. Yeah, you wish. But right now, that question is still up in the proverbial air tonight. But they did hold the second day of the Major League Baseball draft. Would you like to know how the Tigers did? Now, of course, they got the number one draft choice. So, blessing again. If you want to know how good the Tigers did, wow. I mean, the Mets got an A. Well, you want to do this? Okay, let's go to it. Let's do the 2020 grades for the MLB. Diamondbacks. Arizona selected pitchers with its first three picks, adding Duke's Bryce Jarvis. Hey there, why is this all of a sudden shrunk here? Among other things, Braves, grade of C. They only had 4 picks, solid draft. They started well, taking a left-handed pitcher from Wake Forest. Orioles, grade of C. Very confusing. They use a number 2 pick on a slugger. Are we? I mean, it feels like this was just hackneyed together. That's all I'm saying. Okay, it's obvious. Problems galore. But anyway, 160 picks. Whoa, we're not going to do the 160 picks, but we'll just give you the Tigers and their selection, if we can do that. Tigers did good. Alavila should be proud of himself this year. He got himself some hard hitters, some high heaters. Tigers, grade A. Bam. They got all-around catcher and second rounder Dylan Dingler, a consistent college performer. They stole Arizona State infielder Gage Workman. There's a good name, Gage Workman. And, of course, yesterday we all know they got the number 1 draft choice. And Detroit added 3 other late first round, early second round selections. They got a grade of A. Guess who got the most suckiest grade of all? You are going to love it. I mean, the Mets got an A. But who got – Pirates even got an A. Cardinals got an A. Who got the Mariners? Rays? They got an A. Who got the and Blue Jays, of course, got an A. But who got to the toilet? Rangers, D. A D grade by the Rangers. Yes. You're probably asking yourself, hey, how'd the Yankees do? How did the Yankees do, you may ask? Well, we're going to tell you how they did. They stunk. The Yankees and Red Sox were among the worst marks. 5 rounds of the MLB draft wrapped up on Thursday. Mets, Cardinals, Rays, Tigers are an A for solid hauls. And I think Alavila is going to keep his job with Los Tigres. Anyway, if you want to know more about it, go to MLB.com, and they'll give you more than we could. But, wow, amazing. All right, more MLB news, more news due NBA. Alex Cora, you're going to find out, former Red Sox manager and Astros bench coach Alex Cora is willing to take responsibility for his participation in one of the most infamous cheating scandals in baseball history, the Astros sign-stealing scandal. That being said, he's still working to clean up what were misconceptions and, frankly, a big mess about the things that actually went down in Houston's clubhouse. Now, his biggest problem with the reporting surrounding the 2017 sign-stealing scandal, recent gabbing he did with ESPN, has been that insinuation that the whole thing was masterminded by him and former Mets manager and Astros designated hitter Carlos Beltran. Well, he cites former Astros general manager Jeff Lundenau as one of the people perpetrating this claim. In the interview with ESPN, Alex Cora said that there has been a narrative out there of what happened ever since mid-November until the commissioner announced the results of the Red Sox investigation. I have read many things that are true and many that are not. Out of this whole process, if there's one thing that I completely reject and disagree with, is people within the Astros organization singling me out, particularly Lundenau, as if I were the sole mastermind. The commissioner's report sort of explained in its own way what happened, but the Astros players have spoken up and refuted any allegations that I was solely responsible. If there's one thing I am absolutely sure of, is that it was not a two-man show. He continued, we all did it, and let me be very clear that I am not denying my responsibility because we were all responsible, end quote. The commissioner's office suspended Cora for 1 year from baseball, and the Red Sox fired him after his involvement with the scandal that helped the Astros win the World Series in 2017 was revealed. The league also determined that Boston's replay room was used to circumvent the rules, though there was no proof to indicate Cora had any idea that was going on. So I guess you could say this clears up everything. Maybe. Hopefully. Could be. Stay tuned. Hmm. 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 Excuse me. Now, on Wednesday, the Carolina Panthers took down the statue of founder and former owner Jerry Richardson and moved it to a undisclosed location. The Panthers issued a statement shortly after a passerby noticed the workers tinkering with the 12-foot 10-inch structure outside of Bank of America Stadium, saying there was concern an attempt may be made by others. um, Richardson, as you know, sold the franchise in 2018, shortly after Sports Illustrated's report that he had allegedly received complaints for sexual harassment against female employers and for directing a racial slur at an African American employee. He was fined a boatload of money, $2.75 million, by the NFL after the league's investigation substantiated claims of sexual and racial misconduct. Richardson was unaware of plans to move the statue prior to Wednesday, according to Scott Fowler of the Charlotte Observer. While he reportedly declined to answer questions, Richardson could always challenge Carolina's decision to remove the structure. According to the new report, that will not happen at all. On Thursday, Fowler reported that the issue is not important to Richardson and that he has, quote unquote, turned the page on that chapter of his life. That's nice, isn't it? The source also said that Richardson, who owned the team from 93 to 2018, does not plan to champion any lawsuits advocating the statue's return to the stadium. Another source of Fowler said the team wants the statue to be removed permanently. Now, during his 2018 inductory press conference, During his 2018 inductory press conference, current Panthers owner David Tepper said he was contractually obligated to keep Richardson's statue outside Bank of America Stadium. Jones wrote at length about what that phrase entailed for Sports Illustrated back in 2018. And at that time, it appeared the statue would be tied to the Panthers indefinitely. Jones also explained in 2019 that the only way to get rid of the statue is if it became a safety hazard, which aligns with the team's statement issued on Wednesday. So they found a loophole, and Richardson doesn't give a damn. Sounds just like Kevin, doesn't it? All right. Yes, okay. More interesting sports for you. And it is this, believe it or not. There is a report. And hello, Matt. How you doing, dude? Matt, Ed, and Eddie in the chat room. We're going to get some more people in this chat room soon. I'm going to redo the Twitter and put some good ads on it about the new show here on YouTube. Hopefully everybody will come on in, be a part of this little show of shows. Anyway, I hope everything's good, Matt. Matt is part of the Friday night show that we do on Spreaker. It's called Last Call Cafe. Okay. And we'll give you more things about that. Well, the saga of Colin Kaepernick is to finally do a mea culpa. But here's the thing. Colin's return could be a lot sooner than expected. On Thursday, an NFL coach told reporters that he believes there's interest in the former San Francisco 49ers signal caller, and also said a team even reached out to him regarding Kaepernick. Seahawks coach Pete Carroll told reporters that he regrets he wasn't the team to sign Kaepernick back in 2017 when he visited with the team. Even more interesting, Carroll said that he recalled a call on Thursday from another team for intel on Kaepernick, something that has never happened before. Carroll wouldn't say which team called, but he does now think there is some interest in the now 32-year-old, according to ESPN's Brady Henderson. Carroll also said the Seahawks didn't feel like it was a fit because they thought Kaepernick was a starter, and they were sure he would be playing somewhere else that season. It's possible that this time around that interest leads to a new contract for the former starting QB. The NFL is experiencing a rebirth when it comes to social issues, as well as racial justice for all. Athletes are now being praised for speaking out instead of being silenced. Last week, a handful of big-name NFL players, including Super Bowl MVP quarterback Patrick Mahomes, demanded the NFL explicitly condemn racism and the systemic oppression of black people in America, as well as admit the league was wrong to silence peaceful protesting players in years past. Less than 24 hours later, Roger Goodell, the commissioner, came out and did just that. Now, earlier this week, Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk reported that Kaepernick is in great shape and, quote, more motivated to play than ever, end quote. Before. What was once split support within the league at the player level has evolved into a tidal wave of players speaking up on Kaepernick's behalf. More down than ever before amid Black Lives Matter protests he helped spark with his decision to kneel in 2016. Pressure is being applied to the NFL to take the next step and return Kaepernick to the league. Something maybe they might be able to do. Stay tuned on that account. Moment. Help a friend. Yeah, I'm a nice guy. Okay, another big football news, this time back in the college vote. Texas Longhorn football player Anthony Cook says he won't play another snap for the University of Texas football team. Wow. Junior quarterback, CB cornerback Anthony Cook made that startling announcement. In a surprise announcement, junior Texas cornerback Anthony Cook announced Thursday evening that he will not play another snap at the University of Texas. The junior CB made the announcement on his Twitter profile page Tuesday in a somewhat shocking move by Cook. He said, quote, due to unfortunate situation for the University of Texas, Cook said in his official announcement on his Twitter page earlier today. Quote, this has nothing to do with anyone or anything. Please respect my decision, end quote. Third-year player in Texas, Cook was expected to battle for starting time in the secondary in 2020. This is, of course, a developing story. We hope to have more on this as everything becomes available. So there you go. Wow. The first PGA Tour event in first, let's talk about the NC2A, folks. That's right. Let's get on board. The NCAA College Football Oversight Committee will submit a detailed 4-phase plan next week for football activities to begin in mid-July. Pardon. Now, the committee will recommend that coaches begin interacting with players on July 13th, with training camps starting on August 2nd. Those dates would each be pushed up a week for the handful of teams competing in what they call Week 0. Not Coke Zero, but Week 0. As is the possibility of coaches possibly having to wear face masks on sidelines during games. The Oversight Committee's recommendations were shared with conferences for input before the vote on Thursday. The NC2A Council will be tasked with giving the preseason calendar final approval when it meets on June 17th, 6 days from now. So, wow. Excuse me. Programs kicking off on Labor Day weekend. The traditional Week 1 will be allowed 20 hours with players per week from July 24th to August 6th. Those are divided up between 6 hours of walkthroughs, 6 hours of meetings, and 8 hours of strength and conditioning work. The period beginning July 13th is referred to as summer access, which gives players the ability to work without coaches. Traditional two-a-days were not considered, though the NC2A banned them in 2017. NCAA Chief Medical Officer Brian Hanline recently said data did not conclude there was a negative impact on head trauma during two-a-days. Lyons, who is also West Virginia's athletic director, said any extension of the regular season would have required a change in the NC2A legislation. The 2020 season is scheduled to end December 5th, with the Army-Navy game taking place the following week. Now, extending the four-game redshirt rule is a consideration and may come at a later date. There was some thought that in order to address possible depth issues, players could potentially play more than 4 games and still retain that year of eligibility. The committee has not yet addressed the issue of fans in the stands. Lyons said the future is so uncertain that he is not sure he can fill West Virginia's 60,000-seat Milan Puskar Stadium. Attendance restrictions could be determined by the conferences. The guidelines include a requirement for teams to practice for 4 weeks before playing their first game. Now, if the teams aren't able to get that much practice, the FBS commissioners have basically already spoken. The 10 conferences may not be in sync in terms of starting on time. With those conferences, not all the teams may be on the same page either. Furthermore, do not expect any replacements for the canceled spring games. Schools were allowed to have athletes back on campus June 1st. Several schools began voluntary workouts on Monday. Most programs will begin voluntary workouts by June 15th. Sent you of the PS5 event. It was awesome. We finally got to see the PS5 console itself and some games. Tell us more about it on Friday, my friend, as the L2C or the Last Call Cafe on Spreaker. That's tomorrow, Friday. But I think 11:15 is when we record the episode. Tell us all about it and on Friday. And oh boy, this better be good. I saw a picture of the PS5. Oh man, brilliant. It looks like a winner. It does. I am not kidding. But Matt will tell you more about it on Friday night. Now, the first PGA Tour event in 3 months began with the first round today. The 2020 Charles Schwab Challenge. And wow, that was incredible. Great golf from loaded up field at the Charles Schwab Challenge was to be expected on Thursday in the first PGA Tour round in 91 days. And great golf is what we got. We enter round 2 with the leaderboard rife with stars and superstars. Fascinating rounds from several of the top players in the world and enough Brian de Cabinot memes to fill up Twitter for the rest of the season. Oh, yes. Colonial Country Club laid down from the very start as the scoring average in round 1 dipped into the 60s and never let up through the end. Justin Rose took advantage early, and Harold Varner III did the same late. Both shot 63 and shared a lead by 1 over Jonathan Vegas and Abraham Answer. They were far from the only big names to show out after the long break, though, as Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, and Bryson DeChambeau all made appearances on the leaderboard at certain points throughout. As we take a look at the leaderboard, recap it, etc. On top of the leaderboard after round 1, Justin Rose and Harvold Varner III at -7. Tied for third place, Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, and Jonathan Vegas and Abraham Answer, all with -6. Tied with seventh is Bryson DeChambeau, Jordan Spieth, Tom Lehman at -5. Tied for 39th, Rory McIlroy at -2. Tied 94th, Dustin Johnson at +1. There you go. Amazing. And tomorrow, round 2 should have some interesting wisdom to behold. Okay. Let's take a brief momentary pause in our little program and give you a few little words about Ritz crackers. No. But we gotta do what we gotta do, kids. Do a little comical. Little reminder. That tonight you're in for a good night. On the Ricada Law channel on YouTube, tonight's usual Little Madness, Lost Bleeding the Interwebs, I don't think is going to be on tonight. I have not seen any insurgent into do we have a Nick Ricada stream tonight? Oh. No show tonight. Nick, we'll see you tomorrow. Ricada Law channel, only on YouTube for another edition of Lost Blinding Interwebs. Yahudi. So, nothing tonight, but plenty tomorrow. And I have a feeling Nick's going to be blessing us with another conversation to sort of enjoy. I want to tell you that, of course, okay, no Nick Ricada until Friday. So watch for Nick Friday night at midnight. He's going to have something to say. I do believe it's another night of virtual madness and bizarreness. So tune in Friday night, midnight Eastern, when all will be said and life will be good as we know it. Don't forget, folks, you still got to wear these. And Monday, my heart will be in my hair. My heart will be in my hair. And okay, that's it. We don't have any further commercials. But please, please, please enjoy the moment, as I say. And petition. Okay, just for a few moments here. Out some okay. We're good. We're good, kids. We're good. All right. There we go. Okay, we're done with that mediocre piece of private stuff. Yeah, had to answer one of my relatives. She's gonna love it. By the way, congratulations to Betty Osterhaus. She and her husband Bruce got themselves one hell of a good house. We'll visit her one day, and they'll take us hopefully on a tour. Hmm. You know, they are right. When you order a Ritz, you get a party. Hmm. Hmm. Yep, the only thing we need now is a release date and the pre-orders to open so we can pre-order it. Indeed. Hmm. Okay, let's take a look at the NBA. So, the 2020 mock draft of the NBA, Warriors want Anthony Edwards at number 1. LaMelo Ball goes number 2. Well, let's see who gets what and where in the first round of the mock draft. Anthony Edwards is projected to go into is projected to be picked 5th in the first round. Pick number 1 will be Golden State. LaMelo Ball will be picked first in round 1. Pick 2 to Cleveland. Not bad. Pick 3 will go to Minnesota, and they will have Onyeka Okamu. Round 1, pick 4 will be Isaac Okoro. He'll be going to Atlanta. Pistons will get Killian Hayes, a point guard, for pick number 5, first round. Pick 6, first round, Tyrese Halliburton going to the New York Knicks. Pick 7 in round 1 will be should be Denny Avdija for Chicago Bulls. Pick number 8 in the first round, Obi Toppin for the Charlotte Hornets. Washington Wizards get the 9th pick in the first round. They'll select James Wiseman. Meanwhile, the 10th pick in the first round goes to the Suns. They'll pick Aaron Neth. The 11th pick in the first round go to the Spurs, Theo Maledon. While the 12th pick in the first round goes to New Orleans Pelicans, who will take Devin Vassell. 13th pick in the first round, Cole Anthony, projected. These are all projections. Cole Anthony, Sacramento. The 14th in the first round goes to the Portland Trail Blazers. They will pick Sadiq Bey. 15th pick in the first round goes to the Orlando Magic, who will pick Kira Lewis Jr. The 16th pick in the first round will go to Tyrese Maxey of the let's try again. 16th pick in the first round will go to Minnesota Timberwolves, who will pick Tyrese Maxey. 17th pick, first round, go to the Celtics. Precious Akiua. Hope I said that right. 18th pick of the first round to the Mavericks, Josh Green. 19th pick of the first round will go to the Milwaukee Bucks, Jameis Ramsey. 20th pick first round to the Brooklyn Nets, Patrick Williams. 21st pick of the first round, Cassius Stanley of the 76 to the 76ers. Pick 22 of the first round to the Denver Nuggets, R.J. Hampton. 23rd pick of the first round to the Heat of Miami, Trey Jones. 24th pick of the first round, Devin Dotson to the Utah Jazz. 25th pick in the first round will go to the OKC Thunder, Leandro Balmaro. 26th pick of the first round goes to the Celtics. Jaden McDaniels will be selected, or may be selected. Again, these are projections. 27th pick of the first round, the Knicks select Paul Reed. 28th pick of the first round, the Raptors, Vernon Carey Jr. 29th pick of the first round, Lakers select Nico Mannion. 30th pick of the first round, Boston Celtics will take Desmond Bane. That's just the first round, folks. First round picks. Progressional picks, let's put it that way. Predicted picks. Long shot picks for some. But you know what we mean. Okay, have we? Yes, we did. Okay, we've done about every little bolted bottle. Yes, we did. Okay. So without further ado, let's take you to a little scoreboard. As everybody knows, we know the scores. I will be checking it out tomorrow, Matt, and we'll let you know how I feel it is. I can't wait to play it. I have a laptop here, so I hope the scoreboard. Speaking of computer, speaking of the PlayStation and other little gaming news, I'm going to send you the link to Scoreboard so you can get your hand on esport games, esport coverage. Scoreboard. That'll be wild. It would be here. Okay, let's get you updated on Scoreboard, and we will go around the freaking horn, boys and girls. Around the freaking horn. So, around the Ben Hogan statue, Justin Rose out very early. Somebody picked him to win. Maybe on the podcast, Steve said he was going to win. I said, Rosie, second shot. Okay. R4 10th. Gets it up there on the frame. We'll just, thank you. Pause it. There we go. Okay, let's get you some scores from yesterday, which was the 11th. Yesterday, when I was young. Here we go. In soccer, in Spain, La Liga, Sevilla over Betis 2-0. In Premier League of Armenia Championship Group, it was Sharak Gyumri over Noah 2-0. Ariat Armenia over Ariat Iran 4-2. In Belarus, the Vishaya League Reserve, it was Minsk 2, or as we call it, the sequel, Minsk the sequel, over Izlak the sequel 2-0. Slutsk the sequel over FK Grodega the sequel 4-1. In World Club Friendly, it was Viking over Sandnes 5-0 or 5-0 for those of you down south. Trainik B over Karvinia B 2-1. Mas Tabaresco over Pisk 3-1. And Inter Turku slam danced Musa 5-0. In basketball, yes, they play basketball around the world. Let's show you all of it. Germany, BBL action, the final stage. Frankfurt over Vecta, 63-59. And Ludwigsburg soundly thrashed Bamberg 103-74. In Taiwan's WSBL, that's women's basketball, Cathay Life over Taoyuan 93-58. In Changhua Telecom over Tai Power 68-62. In baseball action, Japan, the NPB preseason, the Chibalati Marines defeated the Chunichi Dragons by a score of 1-0. That lasted 8 innings. Strange effect. 1-5-0 for the Marines. 0-3-0 for the Dragons. The Cebu Lions over Rakuten Golden Eagles, 12-8, 12-16 won Lions, 8-17-0 Eagles. Nippon Ham Fighters dealt the Yakut Swallows a very hard loss, 3-1. That lasted 6 innings. 3-5-1 for the Ham Fighters, 1-5-0 for the Swallows. Yokohama Bay Stars over the Yomiuri Giants, 3-1, 3-6-0 for the Bay Stars, 1-4-0 for the Giants. Orc Buffaloes gave the Fukuoka Silverhawks a reason to have a fit, 10-5. Final score, 10-8-0 Buffaloes, 5-12-0 Silverhawks. The Hiroshima Carp and the Hanshin Tigers were postponed. Meanwhile, in South Korea, here are the games from the Korean Baseball Organization. The LG Twins over the SK Wyverns, 3-1, 3-10-1 Twins, 1-6-0 Wyverns. KT Wiz Swan defeated the Kia Tigers, 13-8, 13-16-0 for the Wiz Swan, 8-15-1 for the Tigres. The LG Twins took on the SK Wyverns and won handily 4-3, 4-4-0 for the Twins, 3-9-0 for the Eagles. No, the Wyverns. There you go. Lottie Giants handed the Hanwha Eagles another big L in the banner. Giants over the Eagles 5-0, 5-10-1 for the Giants, 0-5-0 for the Eagles. NC Dinos over the Doosan Bears, 7-5, 7-14-0 for the Dinos, 5-11-0 for the Bears. Samsung Lions defeated the Kaiwoom Heroes 6-3, 6-7-1 for the Lions. And let's see, Samsung Lions over the Kaiwoom Heroes 6-3, 6-7-1 for the Lions. For the let's see, Lions over the Heroes 6-3, 6-7-1 Lions, 3-6-0 Heroes. Taiwan CPBL first stage action. The China Trust Brothers nearly lost it, but the Fubon Guardians blew that extra lead. The Brothers win 4-3, 4-12-0 for the Brothers, 3-7-1 for the Guardians. And in the CPBL minor league action in Taiwan, Unilions the sequel and Rakuten Monkeys the sequel. Heavy the higher change. Taiwan CPBL minor league action. Union Lions the sequel defeated the Rakuten Monkeys the sequel 6-4, 6-9-2 for the Lions, 4-5-0 for the Monkeys. If that's not enough, we got some esports for you. This should be fun. And indeed it will be. Yes, indeed. We are over our time span here. Wow. Okay, let us work our esport magic while we have this opportune time to let you know that Matt, who is our gamer reporter, is going to have a lot to say on Friday, and I'm gonna give him some of these little scores for him. So esports is a big thing these days, and we're going to give esports the attention it deserves. Let's now go, speaking of esports, Overwatch contenders in China, the grand final. Team CC over Flag Gaming, 4-0. In League of Legends, LOL Pro League in China, E-Star League of Legends over Dominus Esport by a score of 2-0. Team Wii over Invictus Gaming, 2-0. That was the League of Legends Pro League. The DOTA Blast Bounty Hunt Europe Loser Stage, Nigma over Ninjas in Pajamas, 12-2. Alliance and League, holy cow. Okay. In the Dota, DOTA 2, Blast Bounty Hunt Europe Loser Stage. Oh, I've already done that. Nigma over Ninjas in Pajamas, 2-0. Team Liquid over Alliance, 2-0. In the Counter-Strike DreamHack Spring North America Winter Stage, it was Korea. Anyway, what we got here? Alliance, Team Liquid. Team Liquid defeats Iris. 2-0. Okay, wow. You want to do some shouters? Glad we get to do some shouters. Yay. Because without the shouters, we are nothing. So let's do some shout outs and get this show of shows done as my eyeballs are starting to drag bye-byes. Okay, let's get you that running gag, as we like to call it. Tomorrow we're on at midnight Eastern, just so you know. Midnight Eastern for the show of shows. No complaining, but a lot of good stuff for you. That'll be tomorrow night, midnight Eastern time, right here on the L2C Media Network and YouTube. Okay, we are going to stretch this out without stretching anyone in. Let's go to it and let us say hi to Ricky Pickrell, to Angela Peterson, we also got, let's see, Ricky Pickrell, Tony Pickrell, Yvonne Pickrell, Michael Pickrell, Angela Peterson, Christina Peterson, Jay the Brain Man, Anne-Marie Mann, and Yuki Tanaka. Brenda Dixon, Alan Oberhoff, Jay the Brain Man, Jerry Nichols, Matthew Nichols, Nancy Nichols, Bobby Langford, Brenda Gominski, Stuart Wilkerson, Amy Hayes, Morris Hayes, Frida Hayes, Stacy Hayes, Bruno Renault, Marielle Lou, Nancy Nichols, Amy Hayes, Matt Zivich, Matthew Nichols, Truth Martini, Marielle Lou, Sarah Fidel, Crystal Hart, Heather Dibble Austin, Rob O'Rourke, Chris Lewis, Chris French, Kimberly Wells, Butch Cassidy Jr., Robert G.R. Monk, Monica Cram, Gary Cram, Samantha Phillips, Samantha O'Neill, Casey Ann, Dwight and Myra Duhan, Harold Robbins, Marley Wiley, Blind Lemon, Dale Sankey, Jeff Rollo, George Templeton, Nellie K9, Mrs. Nellie K9, Manuela Marciagani, Mike Sparks, Sandra Douglas, Vanessa Douglas, and of course, Sabrina Kyle, Tyke Prado, Andrea Isom, Donna Payne, Ralph Gautier, Brandon Metzler, Rihanna Johnson, Chad Nappy, Samantha O'Neill. I'm happy. Myra Bexley, Duan, Jessica Hall, Roman Ronan, Patty Riley, Keith Goodwin, Brian Mann, Linda Miller, Betty Osterhaus, and Regal Flores, Suzanne M. Harold Bickford, Paul Kowalski, Richard Kennedy, Wesley Snell, Jeremy Coates, Arlene Boyd, Morgan Dunlap, Tyrone Siles. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for us. That has all my friends on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I say hello to you, and I hope you all are well. As for us, yes, what is for us next, Chemo Slabby? Anyway, we got a lot for you, folks. We got to say our good nights right now because we have gone well over our broadcast allotment of time. So until we meet again tomorrow night at midnight Eastern time, I am Steve Baxley. Although I'm gonna give it like 11:45 tomorrow night. Until then, I am Steve the Baxman Baxley. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network, L2C Sports, and YouTube. And for Harold von Stuttgart and everybody here involved in the production of this broadcast, it's been great being here. We will see you tomorrow night. Actually, we're going to, of course, following our taping for Spreaker, among other podcasting platforms. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Good night. No matter who you root for, whatever sports you love, may your favorite team always be winners. Good night, America, wherever and whomever ye are. And I'm going to start promoting this thing like hell. So keep watching and keep on my Twitter, Facebook, and of course, Instagram page. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Peace.